Hi, this is Shanna with Florabella Collection. Today I'll be going over how to use the new Florabella light and Sunflare overlays, as well as showing you how I edited this image in 3 different versions using the new Florabella Colorplay actions, and then also, of course, the Sunflare overlays. So here is the before image and after actions with one of the Sunflare overlays and then with this one. So we're starting with the before. First thing I'm going to do is play the clean base from Colorplay. There are several bases to choose from. There's a matte film, which is very popular today. There's a perfect color all-in-one action. There's a subtle color, a black and white. All of the actions can easily be converted to black and white with just a click, and then you can go ahead and add any of the artistic options or special tools above. But here we have clean base, and that adds some contrast and brightens it up and fixes some shadows and highlights. Basic clean edit. You can go into the layers if you like, and you can adjust them, but I'm just going to leave it as is. Now I am going to play one of my favorite actions right on top. They stack. It's real easy to do. You just go ahead and click, and that is French blue. It's a little too much, so I'm going to bring it down to about 80. Okay, now within the French blue, if you open it up, there's a dehaze, which will take the haze down a little bit, and I like it like that. You can adjust any of the other layers you want to also. But I'm just going to go ahead and place Sorbet right on top. I like the way French blue and Sorbet look together. I'm going to reduce that a little bit. So here we have our before and our after. Probably just going to reduce it a little bit more, but I'm going to go into Sorbet, and it looked fine as is, but I'm just going to increase the vignette a little bit just because I like what it does to the trees. So I have my base, French blue at 65% and Sorbet at 62%. Now what I'm going to do is add some light and Sunflare to this. So all I have to do is go up here to File, Place, and you navigate right here. You navigate to where your folder is that you downloaded from Florabella. So for our first edit, I'm going to choose one of my favorites. It is number 32. It's a sunburst, and I'm just going to drag it approximately to where I want it. And I'm going to change the blending mode. The blending modes are found in your layers palette. I'm going to change it from normal to screen, and that makes the black disappear. And then I can move my sun just about anywhere I want to. I want it to look natural, so I'm going to take the opacity down and just bring it up until it looks right about like that. You can press Control or Command T to transform or resize it. If you hold your Shift down, it will keep the proper proportions. You certainly don't need to with these. I'm just going to make it a little bit darker like that. And there we go for edit number 1. Let's try something different. File, Place. Now I had so many requests for these light rings. They're rainbow, halo, and sunflare. Again, normal to screen. And with this one, I'm going to Control or Command T. I'm going to resize it, because I don't want the halo all the way in. I kind of want it to be off this to the side a little bit. Makes it look more natural there. And with these overlays, you want to make sure that the overlays that you can see are going to the sides. They usually have a black background, and you can see the haze goes all the way to the edges. You want to make sure those fit over your entire photo. With this one, you don't really need to, because if you look at it, there's black all the way around. The haze doesn't go to the edges. But on the one where the haze goes to the edges, you want to make sure that you cover your entire photo. And again, you can decrease it and then make it look a little bit more natural. So there you have it. And while I'm at it, I'll show you most of the ones with the black, you use the screen blending mode, but let me show you the other kind of version we have in this set, and that is, let's go for this one, number 22. It's a really warm glow, and this has a gray background. On the gray background, you need to use hard light. It's too intense. Hard light or overlay. You can see what that does to the trees and overlay. It's pretty. Or soft light, which will be more subtle. Okay, I'm going to keep this one on hard light because I just want to demonstrate how if you like the glow but the color is too much for you, all you have to do, image, adjustments, hue saturation, you can change it by sliding the hue. Okay, I don't want to do that here. Or you can just desaturate it all the way. Or just about halfway to make it look more natural if you want. And again, always play with your opacity. I think this one is my favorite on this image. The only other thing I might do is go back into my Colorplay and run one of my favorite brushes. The set includes several brushes that I use on almost every edit, and one of them is the blush brush. If you notice in my before and afters, my models usually have rosier cheeks and lips, and this is how I do it. I'm going to zoom in by pressing Control or Command plus sign, and I'm already on my black layer mask, painting with white. My paintbrush is selected. The action does all that for you. You can decrease your opacity if you want. I like to decrease my opacity within the layer. I like to see what I'm doing. So just paint on a little bit of rosiness. If you paint too much, you just hit X on your keyboard. It changes it back to black, and you can just erase it right there. Anything that you paint in white will reveal what's on this layer, which is a blush, and anything you paint in black will conceal it. That's why the layer mask is all black to start with. It's hiding. Otherwise, if it was white, the whole thing would be blush colored. Okay, I ran it twice because I wanted to have one separate layer for her cheeks and one for her lips. Okay, I'm just going to brush this over her lips lightly. Her lips are pretty rosy already, but you can take it down and just ease it up a little bit. And that looks good. The blush brush can also be used on grass or green to give it a more autumn look. I use the blush brush for so much, and I'll be going over that in subsequent videos. Also, her lashes are pretty dark, but a lot of the time I use the detail brush, which adds detail to lashes and anything else that's dark. It's a great tool. This set includes also 3 bonus actions, black and white vintage film, and emulsion actions, several different tools and brushes, different blurs and fixes, and then once again it has several different actions that you play over the bases. So it's a great set. It's large, it's very versatile, and it works really well with the Sunflare and light overlays. Okay, so here we have our before and our after. Thanks for watching, and you can find Florabella actions, textures, and overlays at florabellacollection.com. Thanks.